what is the Dogon origin story that you were told?
Our origin story, like you mean our cosmology?
Yes.
Our cosmology. According to the Dogon and our elders, a lot of people think that we are aliens, and then aliens taught us, and then we are coming from the star system, right? Like our ancestors came from star system. You know the element that you call aliens. In our cultures, we look at them as gods. We look at them as divinities. We look at them as entities, part of the universe. Entities, part of the universe that have a way of manifesting themselves in our reality, which is a 3D reality. We are like in three-dimensional reality. They can only, we can only live in this. But for us to be able to manifest ourselves in another D that's like 4D, above 3D, to go like 4th D, we have to be able to elevate at some point, go through a lot of change, a lot of mutation to be able to do that. So when people sit down and say they meditate and then they say they resonate and all of that, you're still in the 3D dimension. You're not going anywhere. Even with everything that you resonate with and all of that, you're still in the 3D dimension reality. And you're just discovering all of the other things that exist within the 3D reality that your senses, conventional sensing cannot perceive, right? So our story is this: from one entity, from one manifestation, uh, our ancestors were able to encounter a manifestation of a being that we don't know about, that we never met. But we noticed that that being, every we noticed that something at some point happened with our crops, with our land, with our waters at certain time a year, every year. It has to happen then. But how, who comes to do that? But when we even look, it's not the print of anyone in the village or in the reality then. It's like something that's bigger than whatever we might imagine.
So what happens to the crops?
Well, they come and then take, harvest our crops and take it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, does it still go on today or no?
It's still going on today.
Wait.
But today, with them perfecting themselves, and us also, in our culture perfecting ourselves, we have a way that we communicate. We don't even wait for them to come and ask for it anymore. You don't wait for them to come and then ask for you. Just that that's why we have ceremonies. That's why we have masks.
I was gonna ask you. All right.
That's why every year or every season, every period, we have some masks that have to come out with ceremonies, and then we present them the grains. We present them everything as offering. They take it, and we ask for what we want.
Are the masks supposed to represent the faces of the deities they saw, or is just the mask just a mask?
Now, it's supposed to represent the faces or the manifestation of the entities or the deities that we saw. That's what the mask supposed to represent. Some of those masks. So technically, it's just like an exchange. It's like an embassy. The way you might be in Russia, and then you want to go to the American embassy if the American embassy is there. Then once you enter the American embassy in Russia, everything you need that your country to do for you or your government to do for you will be done over there, right? So it's the same way. At some point, embassies have to be created all around, all around where we see like our tribes exist. Embassies have to be created. Actually, even the pyramids represents that, represent like the embassies, represent like where those realities and the human then meet and then exchange and then continue their elevation and all of them.